What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl JustJaelRN. In today's video I'm going to be explaining to you how I passed my NCLEX in 145 questions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, ask me any questions. I will be more than happy to answer them for you. I will be putting every single thing that I'm telling you in this video in the description so you can go and find it for yourself. A little bit of the background before I start this. I was in nursing school for about 1 year exactly. I had an AA before that, and I went into ASN or ADN program, a diploma program. I didn't do a BSN. I'm currently doing my BSN online right now, but that's for another video. Did nursing school within a year. I graduated nursing school October 9th of last year, 2020. After I graduated, I was on a high, like, dang, I can't believe I've done this, I did this, it's done, whatever. I took about 2 weeks and then I got to studying. I do recommend giving yourself a break at least 2 weeks. And then after those 2 weeks, my school had a program to basically start reviewing and get you ready for your NCLEX. When I started studying for my NCLEX, all the libraries were closed. You couldn't eat or sit inside of a Starbucks or anything like that. So it was basically like studying at home or finding somewhere else to study. I took it upon myself to go to a nearby park and I would sit in my car, and that's how I studied up until finally about maybe like a couple weeks into doing that. They finally opened the libraries and I was like, thank God, because studying in your car is trash. The library opened at around 10 a.m. I was one of the first people there, and I would stay up until, sometimes I'd stay towards the ending of the day when they close at like 6. I don't really recommend studying the entire day if you're not used to doing that. I was used to doing that in nursing school, so that's why it worked out for me. But some days I would be there from start to close. Other days I'd spend maybe like 3-4 hours, and I would break up my hours. The things I used for NCLEX. A lot of these videos online will tell you that, oh, use UWorld, listen to Mark Klemick, and you'll be fine, go on ahead. No, those people want you to fail. I had to go back and reread, study like I was in nursing school. Like, it just did, that easy way did not work for me. Doing a million questions a day didn't work for me because every question was different. Every software is different on how they ask you the questions. So I didn't do that. I used Passpoint, Lippincott Passpoint, RNPN Tutors, RNPN Tutor USA, which is a tutoring company. I did use UWorld, but not as my basis, not as my only thing. I got the plan that had the 2 comprehensive tests. I used one of those tests my first day of studying just to see, can you do it with your brain that you got right now? The answer is no. It had low chance of passing. I wanted to cry. I kept it in because I'm like, I'm a G, I ain't gonna cry. But I was sad because I was like, damn, like I just passed school. You would think like you'd retain some, I guess not. I failed it. And then I kept the last one for a week before my NCLEX, which it was scaring me because I was like, if I get low chance of passing or not really low but not really high, I'm gonna reschedule my test because I don't want something to be telling me. If you guys hear a little kid, it's my little nephew, don't mind him. I didn't want it to be telling me, yo, you're not gonna pass, and then I take my NCLEX within a week. No. But when I took the second one, I did pass it. It said high chance of passing, and I was really ecstatic. I was like, okay, boom, I got this, I'm gonna pass. And I used YouTube and this NCLEX book. This NCLEX book, it's titled Comprehensive Review for NCLEX-RN. And it's by Pearson. Pearson is the company that basically makes your NCLEX. So I thought, why study from Saunders? Why study from any other book than from the people that actually make the test? This book, I recommend this book. If you don't have it, you should get it. This book is the truth. Another book that I used, it's called RN Notes by F.A. Davis. It's the 5th edition. It's a nurse clinical pocket guide, but it has every single thing they're gonna test you for your NCLEX. Most vital online PDF was from RNPN Tutor. So a lot of people get kind of frazzled and don't know where to start studying. I was one of those people. I got out of school and I just didn't know where to start. Started with this tutoring company and they pair you with your personal tutor. With that, I was able to give myself a schedule and they taught me about the NCLEX test plan. With knowing the NCLEX test plan, you'll know exactly what you need to know for your NCLEX. You're much more organized in your studying. Once I figured out my strengths and my weaknesses with them, I was able to figure out, okay, for week 1, I'm going to study health promotion. Week 2, I'm going to study psychosocial integrity. That's how I gave myself a whole schedule for NCLEX. Try to create a plan for yourself, know exactly what you're studying on the exact day, and keep yourself to that. I would definitely recommend going to RNPN Tutors, signing up. I believe the study guide is free right now. I don't know if anything changed, but I would say go over there and download their study guide. It will help you. That's literally what I use as the framework of my NCLEX studying, and I passed on my first try. The last thing that I'm going to talk about, the tools that I used to pass my NCLEX on the first try, was YouTube. You're on YouTube right now watching this video trying to figure out how to pass your NCLEX. YouTube is one of the most vital websites out there to learn anything, period. I was just always watching these videos because they help. Like, I'm a visual learner and a little audio, and I have to write it down. Use all your senses, because I mean, it's not the end of the world to fail and have to retake it, but one and done was my mantra in school. I got it from my school. They were like, look, pass your NCLEX, one and done, you're good. These YouTubers, Simple Nursing, or Pharmacology, all the drugs you can think about, all the classifications, Simple Nursing is the place to learn them. So I realized that I had a weakness in peds and maternity, and the peds and maternity person that I went to on YouTube is called Level Up RN. And then the last person I used, RNPN Tutors, also has a YouTube channel. The day before NCLEX, I didn't do anything. I was nervous. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm about to take the biggest test of my life. Like, what should I have? Like, I was just spazzing out. So I just calmed myself down, watched Netflix all day, spent all day on social media. The things that I couldn't do in nursing school or for the past 2 months studying, that's what I did. The day of my test, I got up, I made sure I had breakfast, but that didn't really matter because I wasn't taking an early test. My test was at 2 p.m. So I got breakfast, I chilled, I was still really nervous. I made sure I was hydrated. I made sure I had everything. You need your ID. I made sure I knew exactly where the testing location was, like looked at the route I was gonna take, if there was traffic, like every single thing, just to make sure nothing went wrong that day. I picked out my favorite sweats. I got some fuzzy socks, a hoodie. I was really comfortable. I mean, like one step up from hobo, but that was fine because I didn't care what anybody thought of me going in there. I just wanted to know that, look, I'm coming comfortable to take this test. When I got to the testing facility, that's when it really hit me like, Jesus, I'm about to do this. I walked in, I made sure I had about 30 minutes before, I can't really remember, but I know I got there earlier than my testing time. When I got there, I'm texting my mom like, okay, I got here. She's like, I love you, divine order, you got this, you're gonna do it. I'm there like, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. I got in, and the lady, the first thing she goes, I need your phone. And I'm like, bye, mommy. After all the registration, the fingerprint thing, all that stuff, then I got in. They checked my glasses because I wear glasses. They checked my glasses, made sure I didn't have any spy tricks going on. They gave me earplugs, and they gave me a whiteboard. On that whiteboard, I was able to write all my notes, anything I wanted to do. I would recommend the moment you sit down, the computer says, okay, start, and the time goes. Write down lab values, write down every mnemonic you know, write down every single rule of the RN that you can think of, just everything that is in your brain, just vomit it on that. Because I found that once my test, the new test, I don't know if you know, it's from 75 questions to 145. I think it's 70 or 75, whatever. Once I got to 76 and I realized my test was continuing and I wasn't done, it didn't shut off on me, Thank God I wrote down every single thing on that whiteboard, because I had a brain fart. I started to panic. I'm like, does this mean I failed? I didn't pass in 75. My mom passed in 75. Like, what's going on? I started to go crazy. I was like, ma'am, can I have a break? I went, used the bathroom. I went to drink water. The water fountain sprayed on me, got me all wet. I was like, Jesus, what is going on? I don't know why I thought I was getting 75 questions. No, it went to 60, 76, then 80, then 90. I'm like, what's go? I had to literally keep coming back to the whiteboard that I wrote down every single thing on. It helped me so much, because by the time you hit 90, 100 questions, for me, I was getting tired. I don't know if it was the stress of just the whole day, the NCLEX prep, all that, but I was getting tired, and you can't, because once you start getting tired, you're like, okay, I think it's this, I think it's that, and then you mess up. I was like, no, keep going, keep going, keep going, and I was just looking down on that whiteboard, and it helped me throughout my test. Man, when I got to 145, I was like, you failed, you failed. I got there, like I told you, 30 minutes before my time, so like 1:30. I left the place at 6. This is supposed to be like, people are telling me they passed in 40 minutes, an hour, all this stuff. I got out at 6. The place was dark. I was about to cry. I felt like I failed. I've never felt like a failure so much after I took my NCLEX. And people were saying like, oh, it's normal. Everyone thinks they failed. Nah, bruh. Nah, I felt like I didn't know shit. Like, I was like, what? Not that I didn't know anything in the test, but that, like, because I got the 145, that meant that I failed, because so many people that I knew passed in 75 questions. So I got home. My mom's like, how was the test? I'm like, and to be honest, I was rude, and I'm never rude to my mom. I was rude. I was like, bruh, I don't know, bruh. Man, I don't care no more. Like, whatever for the test. Like, I don't want to talk about it. She was like, okay, it's okay, take a deep breath, like, you're good, you're gonna be fine, I'm pretty sure you did good. So I start like hitting all these nursing blogs. I'm like, what to do after NCLEX? How do you know you passed? Because I think it's like a couple days before you know you passed, or before the results get posted on your account. So I came across something that was like, okay, if you try to sign up for the test again and they let you, you failed. But if they don't let you, you passed. And I'm like, yo, just the nerves of doing that alone. I was like, bro, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do this. I was on the phone with my girlfriend, and she goes, no, just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. So I'm like, all right, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, let's do this. This was like 11:30, maybe 12 at night. I went on the website. I tried to, like I said, pay for the test again. And it gave me this thing like, oh, you can't do it because your registration number of something. I felt so relieved that the trick worked, but I didn't think I passed still, because nothing showed me that I passed. Nothing said I passed. I was like, I don't know. Next day, I went into my school, and I was sitting with my director, and I'm like telling her about the test, like, hey, yeah, it was nice, you know, got 145. Being a little sarcastic, like, I was like, I don't really know how I did, whatever. And she was like, oh, why don't you go on the portal that you signed up to take your test for? And I'm like, no, I already tried to pay for the test. Like, it gave me that little thing, but I don't know if it's for sure. And she's like, no, there's another test. Remember, there's another portal that you have to sign up and put all your information in. Go on that. I went on that, and your girl said, it said pass. I was like, nah, they want to call me nurse. Yeah. So that's how I passed in 145. That's basically what I used to study for my NCLEX. I passed in my first try, and I know y'all can do it too. More nursing videos will be uploaded to this channel, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel.